Welcome back to the channel. Now, it was about a year ago I made a video titled, "Is the Golden Age of the AR-15 over?" Meaning, have we seen all the innovation there is to see surrounding the AR-15 platform? It's only been out about a year, but looks like I've already been proven wrong with this lower receiver right here from US mill-grade manufacturing. And this is their MG-15E lower. That has their Saber system, what they're calling their Saber system in it. And that is a bolt release lever built into the trigger guard that can be accessed by both left and right shooters. It's purpose built into the low receiver. Let's get into it. Now, of course, having a bolt release at your fingertips is nothing new. They've had bad style levers out for at least the last decade, but the problem with those type of levers, one, they're bolt-on or add-on attachments, and as a lefty, they can't be used by left-handed shooters. Since the lever is on the left side of the receiver, they only work for right-handed shooters. With the Saber system, the bolt lever is truly built into the low receiver. And before I get super deep into how it works and how well it works, let me go over first the creator of this, who's actually a former 1st Special Forces Group soldier, and his deployments kind of influenced him in, hey, what could you add to the AR-15, or of course he was rocking an M4 Mark 18 at the time, to make it better, to increase the manual of arms in combat. And that's where he got the idea to add the integrated bolt release lever or bolt locking lever at the front of the trigger guard, kind of like your modern rifles like the Bren 2 has and some other rifles that have that there. And it still has a standard bolt release and bolt catch built into the left side of the receiver. Now, the specs for this low receiver, it's made out of billet 7075 aluminum. Not only does it include the Saber system, that bolt lever at the trigger guard, also has a flared magazine well and a integrated trigger guard. And also it comes with a tensioning screw built into the lower receiver. So if you made it up with an upper receiver and it's not that tight, well, you can go ahead and tighten it up. Other than that, it is going to come as a stripped lower receiver with just the standard bolt release built into it and the Saber system bolt release or bolt catch built into the front of the trigger guard. You're going to have to add everything else. And that's how I received it. And then, of course, I put my own parts into it. But pretty interesting, and let's change up camera angles and let's get into, hey, just how well does this bolt release lever work that's built into the lower receiver. All right, so here is the lower receiver equipped with the Saber system. Basically, the bolt release, bolt lever built into the front of the trigger guard. Now, I'm a lefty, so I'll do my best to demonstrate it as a righty, but you can lock the bolt back to the rear using the lever. And let me go ahead and demonstrate a reload. So get my reload on, insert my new magazine, and you can seat it with the lever right there. Let me do it as a lefty. I'll be a lot smoother. All right, let me do everything as a lefty now. Again, I can lock the bolt back to the rear. Let me go for a reload. Insert mag, hit the bolt lever, and I'm back in the fight. So pretty smooth system. Now, I do have a few rifles equipped with this Norgon magazine release, but honestly, I don't really like it because I have to angle my finger up, and sometimes it's hard to depress the lever. I'm much more comfortable, and the way I've been training is to always just basically use my support hand to press the normal magazine release, and I'll rip the mag from the gun as I go for a fresh magazine. So it's not the fastest way to do a reload. I'm always outpaced by righties, but it is the most positive. So in some of the video clips, you might see me trying to struggle to hit the Norgon mag release. Again, that's because I prefer to pull the magazine with my support hand. Now I'll show it in some of the video clips. It looks like I'm having a really tough time depressing the lever to get it to chamber. And at first I thought, hey, maybe this works better with other magazines. Maybe some magazines it's just not that compatible with. But come to find out, it was an issue I was creating. There's a slight nuance to this lever. I started to build a tendency to want to push in towards the receiver and not push down or push my finger down, sweeping it down with the lever itself. I talked to Will, and he goes, yes, that's actually a nuance that can happen for both lefties and righties. You start building the habit of pressing in towards the receiver when you have to press it straight down. So really, I think it's a training issue, something you can work past. And once I realized the mistake I was doing, well, reloads go a lot smoother. So again, it's a straight push down on the lever, and it will chamber no problem, as smooth as glass every time. Now, companies trying to make the manual of arms with reloading a little bit smoother is nothing completely new. On my Fur Friends rifle right here, it has a bolt release lever built in just over the magazine release. But as a lefty, of course, the problem with this, it doesn't work for me. It only works for righties. So you can hit it with your trigger finger and put the battery or put the bolt back into action. Now, on a lot of my rifles, in all my videos, you might have noticed, as a lefty, for years, I've been using this lever right here. This is a actual Ready Mag Gen 1 extended bolt lever, which sometimes I'll hit with my trigger finger pressing up to get it to work. But more often than not, when I'm under pressure, especially during my tours in Afghanistan and Iraq, running with gloves and using nods and running and gunning, more often than not, I take my hand off fire control and I'll slap it because, again, it's the most positive way for me to put the rifle back into action. And sometimes positive is better than pure speed, major muscle movements. But comparing to my old trusty Ready Mag extended bolt lever to this new lever, I'm kind of digging it. I really do like a center mounted bolt release, and I think it's definitely the way forward. Now, I know right off the bat, there's going to be some out there that are going to say, hey, if we needed a bolt release by the trigger guard, then Eugene Stoner would have included one. I'm totally against that whole way of thinking. If Eugene Stoner wanted something, it would have included it. Well, if you just look at the M4, it's nowhere near how it started way back in the 1960s. We've gone through soft mod block 1 and 2, and of course now Special Operations is using the URGI upper, so it's a far departure from the original design. Small things like ambidextrous safety levers. I remember being on AR15.com back in like 2007, and people even talking about that. Hey, if he needed an ambi selector lever, Eugene Stoner would have added to it. I think that's just buffoonery. As a lefty, it's something needed. And the U.S. Army went to an ambi selector lever way back in 2010. So the AR-15 today is completely different how it was first developed. So I think something like adding a bolt release lever, a bolt locking lever in the trigger guard, again, it increases the manual of arms, adds an option in the loading and chambering process, and I'm all for it. So there it is, the MG-15E lower from US mill grade manufacturing. And I think this bolt release built into the front of the trigger guard is truly a great improvement to the AR-15. I'm all for anything that basically helps you get your rifle back into the fight with the reloading process. And again, it's not taking away anything from the lower receiver. You still have the conventional controls. You just have one more option to, again, get this gun into the fight, and I think that's a good thing. But hey, like always, hopefully you found this video informative and entertaining. And I'm Jeff Gerwich. Thanks for watching.